Y para saber qué cabrones fueron.
Todos los que estaban ahí en la esquina.
Ahí se fueron con toda la vieja para arriba.
Oh, aquí viven en los apartamentos, aquí. Pero dieron la vuelta, no en la esquina.
Everybody, Roger here. Oh, we gotta talk about something that just will boil your blood. So we'll start off with what happened a couple of days ago on July 4th. There was a man by the name of Rodolfo Rodriguez. He is he was here visiting his family. He's from Mexico. He's visiting his family. Doesn't know English or anything, and he was brutally attacked by a woman. He was walking down the street, like about 9 p.m.-ish, going on his walk, and I guess there's a mother and a daughter on a sidewalk, and they're moving so slow or something. I don't know if that's really the story there, but something about the Rodolfo wanted to get around the young girl, so I guess he tried to move her out of the way. Again, this guy is 91 or 92 years old. And as soon as he did that, the mother pushes him down, starts beating him with her fist, and then grabs a brick and starts beating him with the brick as well. And saying racist. This is alleged, and everybody's going on a tangent right now with this, even though it's just alleged, that she was saying go back to Mexico or leave the U.S. or whatever. It's alleged that she was saying these racist phrases. I can kind of believe it, but I mean, I don't like just believing things, I like knowing. And until we get the other perps, there were 3 men who were also involved in this. Until we get the other perps in there, I mean, it's going to be hearsay. In any event, she was recorded beating this man up, so it's probable that she did say those things. So anyways, she beats him up, and a bystander, can't remember her name, I think it's Yolanda or something, kind enough to take the picture of her, and trying to intervene and help the man out, but the woman said, if you do try to help, I'm gonna do what I did to him to you. So she couldn't help out. She called 911 instead. Long story short on him, he was taken to the hospital. He has broken cheekbones, a fractured jaw, a lot of bruises everywhere, cracked ribs. I mean, this girl just laid the law down on him and the guys who were also included in the beating him up. So they, the news, and I'm going to be very critical of how I use that term, some news outlets, local mostly, only a couple of major notable ones like USA Today, CNN, I believe the Washington Post, are the only 3 major places to cover the story, and major corporations, I'm not going to say news outlets, corporations, to cover the story. But they leave out a very important item from this. And I'm pretty sure this is why places like Salon, Slate, HuffPo did post something, but it was very vague. Places that normally would be saying, oh, this is racist, Trump supporters are attacking minorities, etc. They didn't go after this story. There's one important element. So then Sean King ended up tweeting about a 91-year-old man getting beat up. But then five minutes later, I guess he found out some important information and he deleted his tweet. What is this important piece of information? Well, just yesterday, on Tuesday, correct me on my dates if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Tuesday, an arrest had been made. An arrest of a woman named, the woman who beat him up, Laquisha Jones. A late 20s black woman who actually this is her 6th arrest. She's been arrested before. She has been a prostitute. So yeah, this girl is no saint. And obviously the allegations of her saying racist things are most likely true, but again, I don't like just believing things. I like knowing knowing before I make any sort of assumptions. And anyways, they arrest her, and now everybody knows that she is a black woman. So this is why Sean King deleted his tweet. This is why Ana Navarro is like, she was going out crazy. She was going crazy like on Twitter. She's like saying, oh my God, I read stories about a 91-year-old man getting beaten, and then I read a story about another one, a cop who just stood by and did nothing, and I don't know what the fuck. I just like turning my head like this because I'm Ana Navarro. Mrs. Ana Race Baiting Navarro was you know, she's trying to divide people again here.
Try to control yourself from interrupting me because you're a little too close and you're getting into my danger zone. Do not interrupt a Latina.
I understand.
Shut up! ¿A quién estás diciendo shut up tú? ¿A mí me estás diciendo shut up?
And nobody says, or a lot of people like The Root and Salon and all of these, black publications, black sites, they go on to always say that blacks can't be racist. Yes, they can. They can. Don't try to restructure the term. You know, she was a racist. Apparently, allegedly, if it does turn out that she said those statements to Rodolfo, then yeah, she's racist. At this moment, I see her as just being a disgusting, horrible, sick-ass person, beating an old man, a 91, 92-year-old man, almost near death, probably. The guy is in pain. He's going to probably have to live in care for the rest of his life. Good people. There's his GoFundMe has already raised over $300,000. Again, something like this isn't warranted. An attack like this is not warranted on anyone. It's not. I don't know what goes through the minds of these people. But before the arrest was made, before actual information came out as to the race of this person, or maybe some of the information was out there, but these guys who were supposed to Google it, the Young Turks didn't really do their information. They didn't Google it.
All it takes is a quick Google search.
You can Google it. It's really easy.
Google it like they always tell everybody else to do, and they decided to make a funny ass segment basically saying, this is who beats up an old man, an old 91, 92-year-old man. I know who. It's a Trump supporter, it's an alt-righter, it's a right-wing extremist, racist people. It's Trump's America, and this is who beat up this old man.
A 91-year-old man from Mexico who was visiting Los Angeles to see his family was violently attacked by a woman and a group of men that she encouraged to join in on the attack.
Who picks up a brick and beats a 91-year-old man over the head with it while shouting, "Go back to your country"? Well, I'll tell you who does. Insane, racist right-wingers encouraged by the current administration. How many times are we going to see people yelling, "Go back to Mexico, go back to your country"? How many times are we going to see it, right? What kind of monsters do that? If he accidentally grazed by me, the idea that I would, in a fit of racist rage, hit him over the head with a brick until I broke his jaw, it's unconscionable. And then she calls over the 3 to 4 other guys. Now I thought it was worse because I thought, they're like, a Mexican guy who's 91, let's go kick the crap out of him. No, apparently, according to the witness, she lied to them and said that he was trying to grab the kid and kidnap the kid or some stupid lie like that. Now that doesn't give them the right to beat up this 91-year-old guy as they did, right? But at least it wasn't like based on the same level of racism that she had.
Right, and this is in Los Angeles County.
They're among us, man. They walk among us. They hate people that don't look like them. 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 And now they have bricks. I used to call them the brick voters, the people who support Donald Trump because they wanted to throw a brick through the establishment window. Now they're using the brick to beat us over the head. Man, fascism is here, and it's super ugly.
Guys, try to follow along, okay? It's called logic.
The guy looks like such a fucking tool at this point. Mr. Chunk Uger, Chunk Uger, and Anna Kasparian. They both were commenting on this in their segment, and I believe maybe it was a couple hours later or the following day that the lady was arrested. I mean, everybody. Here's the problem with MSM. They liked, and this is, I'm going to be harping on YouTube right now as well. YouTube decides that they're going to be giving precedence over us menial content creators. Give it to instead MSM. Put their chosen articles. If somebody's searching for a search term, they're going to give them references to articles that they choose to verify information. I'm like, whatever, you know, I like to find my own ways of verifying things. Thank you very much. So anyways, you know that they're going to be giving the Young Turks platform here. You know they're going to be giving CNN their own platform here. Preference in the YouTube rankings when this rolls out in a couple weeks. YouTube will be doing that. And YouTube, the Young Turks don't even fucking know what they're talking about. You want people to rely on them? You want people to rely on them when they have this assumption before all the evidence even comes out. How would you be handling the rankings with these corporations like the Young Turks, CNN, who always go on lies, tangent lies? You know, Sylville Smith, after her brother was murdered by cops, CNN claims that she was asking for peace. And the fact of the matter is she was basically calling for violence in the suburbs.
His family and friends holding a vigil marked by prayers.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
With his sister calling for peace.
Don't bring the violence here and the ignorance here.
Milwaukee police say they made multiple arrests overnight.
Burning down shit ain't gonna help nothing. Y'all burning down shit we need in our community. Take that shit to the suburbs. Burn that shit down. We need our shit. Y'all wanna hurt somebody, take that shit further out. Don't bring it here. Don't bring the violence here and the ignorance here. We need everything we fucking got. Everything.
And I want to take a moment to clarify something from Monday. We had a report that inadvertently and wrongly characterized the plea from a Milwaukee woman whose brother was killed by police. As our viewers saw, she demanded that the violence stop in her community. But in fact, she also said that protests should instead take their violence to the suburbs. I regret that second part of her statement was not included.
And it was like, it was the CNN footage, and you, it's like they purposely cut it off because they had a narrative to deliver. God, people, the majority of you, please understand that. And then the Young Turks with this. You guys, your agenda is working for the simple-minded, for the sheep. Look at my previous video, the one I just posted about the Pied Piper. That's everybody right now. Everybody is following certain people. They're not choosing to just do their own research on their own and not have heroes when it comes, and not have authoritative figures. You go and be your own authoritative figure. You go and find this news out for yourself and keep researching until you actually find and are comfortable with an answer. This one, I knew from the get-go I was not comfortable with it because there was something missing. Everybody started screaming racism as soon as they found out about this man being beaten up. Everybody said it was a Trump supporter, a white Trump supporter. Everybody said this is Trump's America and this is what happens in Trump's America. No, MSM is your enemy, and right now YouTube is going to be allowing them to deliver this news. Take preference placement on the top parts of the searches in YouTube ahead of our videos. So they're saying they're doing this for the benefit of everybody. It's not benefiting content creators like me or anybody. We're all going to be seeing a dip in things, but I guess the good thing is that, you know, granted, if people choose to look, if the majority of people start choosing to look beyond the mainstream media, even when YouTube rolls this out, they will get a better picture. You know, yeah, we'll be exposed to this mainstream media bullshit more. I'm going to do my best to just keep looking for my content creators. I already know who I like. I already know how to search. I already know how to filter. I hope you guys all do too. And I like comparing. You know, I will watch their stuff, but I also do compare as well. So I want to see what they have to say. Like today, I saw the Young Turks. I wanted to see their opinion on this, and lo and behold, I was not disappointed. You know, it was an off chance I decided to go look at what they were saying about Rodolfo Rodriguez's brutal beating with a brick on his face and everything, being beat up by 3 guys and a girl, 3 or 4 guys and a woman. And lo and behold, they thought it was a white Trump supporter. So or maybe I'm putting that word in there, they thought it was just a Trump supporter. A racist Trump supporter is what they thought. So, what are your guys' thoughts? I mean, YouTube is thinking that these... Oh, and that's one last thing. That's one last thing I wanted to cover. MSM is not covering this. And I did cover this just a little bit, but I only touched on it. MSM, again, only CNN, USA Today, Washington Post, I believe, or Washington Times, I can't remember. Those are the only, like, nationally recognized corporations, news outlet corporations that have covered this. All the rest of them are just like local California, Los Angeles type news outlets. So nobody wants to gravitate towards this. Salon, where are you? You're not covering this? You're not going to cover this?
Can we be bigoted? Yes. Can we be prejudiced? Yes. Racist? No.
Did you find out a little bit too much? I mean, does this ruin your narrative that black people can't be racist?
Can we be bigoted? Yes. Can we be prejudiced? Yes. Racist? No.
Obviously, she was in a position of power at this point. Isn't that your guys' argument with white people? White people are in a position of power over black people in general. So,
racism presupposes the ability to control a significant segment of the population economically, politically, and socially by imposing law, covenant, and restriction on their lives.
And then when he turned his back, he just felt that they just tossed him on the floor.
And restriction on their lives.
And she started hitting him, and then she grabbed the brick and started hitting him with the brick.
And restriction on their lives.
And then nowhere he saw like 3 or 4 other guys just come rushing and just start stomping on him.
Black people ain't had no capacity to do that.
Well, in general here, in this guy's individual, when you break things down, stop putting fucking color in front of everything. When you break things down and you start seeing what happens here, you start noticing anybody could be racist. Anybody. Don't try to fabricate it with all this, oh, well, no, it's this type of racism, and it's not even racism, it's just, you know... I forget what the word, they use some stupid crazy ass term. Yes, you guys see this, just like Sean King saw it, just like Anna Navarro saw it, just like the Young Turks saw it. You run with it initially, you get the word out there, you don't give a shit if it's the wrong information or not. You get the people riled up and they start thinking of racism. I'm going to say I would assume it's like 60 to 70% of people will not go back to the original article. They're already going to assume that a Trump supporter, a white Trump supporter is what they envision as beating up this old man. They're not going to go back and look that it was a black woman who did this. A racist, allegedly racist black woman. I like to put that out there as well because while she is a bad person, it only was alleged that she said the racist things. We don't have footage of that. We only have hearsay. So, anyways, what are you guys' thoughts? I hope that woman serves time. I hope something... I don't like thinking this, but I mean, this is an old man, and look, us Mexicans are strong. You know, we are strong. We can deal with a lot of bullshit. It'll take a lot of beating. And that man, you know, to get beat up, 92 years old, 91, 92 years old, being beat up by a woman and a brick, and 3 or 4 men kicking him and beating him up. He survived it. And guys, the guys steal. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to your family. This should never have happened. I only hope the best for you from here going forward. I hope you have, and you do get a speedy recovery. Looks like the world is giving back to you. They're all, you know, you're in our thoughts, you know, and prayers and sending good vibes over to you. So yeah, you didn't deserve that. What are your guys' thoughts on this story and how the media is covering it, and how YouTube, if YouTube's rules were already in place and we got to see all of the videos from the Young Turks and CNN and everybody on the first rankings instead of our content, how do you think this? Do you think the truth like this would have came out already? This is what's dangerous about what YouTube is doing at this point. Anyways, I hope you guys all have a great day. Thank you for watching. Peace out.
This is our queen. That way, that way, that way. That way, that way, that way.